back in the lab.
Yo, what up,
I never have been.
Welcome to the Hate Watch Pod. It's hoodie season, y'all. It's cold and gloomy outside, and we get to look like we up to no good.
Yo, my head is so cold.
I feel like when you put a hood on, you just start laughing like this. You go like.
You start every breath is a struggle. You're just going.
When you put a hood on, any guy that puts a hood on, they just start doing this with their hands. They're like,
yeah, it's sick. They get
Yo,
up to no good.
Yo, I love y'all's ear tucks. That's a nice ass ear tuck.
Yeah,
what is it? What happens when a guy starts laughing where he's like, ha ha ha?
It's like a nervous tick.
You have to like make even enjoyment cool.
Yeah.
You having an impulse to enjoy things even has to be like really cool.
Yeah.
You got to be like, I can't actually enjoy this. I got to make sure it's like I sound cool when I go. Ha.
Yeah, you gotta laugh like Denzel Washington in Training Day. You
Yeah.
gotta be like,
You go, home, my man.
Exactly.
Oh man, yeah. So what was the thing, Reggie? This Andrew Tate. We're not gonna talk because I already know that every other podcast on the planet will be covering this. Like it's interesting. Yeah. But Andrew Tate, he got arrested after getting in a fight with Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, he tried to make some shitty joke about.
We live in a false
honestly,
reality.
the moment I was about to start explaining it, and now I don't want to move on, and I don't.
Sounds doesn't it just sound like another psyop?
What characters involved? Fuck them.
Greta assaulter or something? Like what do you?
They were shitting on each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then Andrew Tate had a pizza box in one of his responses.
Yeah.
And
how'd that lead to his arrest?
That the pizza place was near where he was or something.
Well, what's he arrested for?
Human trafficking? I don't know. They act like he's putting women in storage containers and shipping them overseas and shit. Like I don't know. What is human trafficking?
Why is he getting in a fight with like a 21-year-old girl?
Is it human trafficking when you put women in boxes and smuggle them?
He's shipping whores all around Europe to fucking Romania, and they're probably getting him for like getting prostitutes across
But how do they know just because of a pizza box he's in Romania? He was already in Romania. We all knew. We all already knew.
But
how does that? He's in a housing project in fucking Boonton.
Yeah, I don't know. He's fucking evidence or some shit.
Andrew Tate's he's like a really cool Jackie Jr. Really wealthy Jackie Jr. He's the Edward Snowden of Blumpkins. Yep. Hiding out because America won't let him violently intimidate women into sucking his dick while he takes a shit. Yeah, well, the minute we started talking about it, I go, I already don't care.
Yeah.
I know.
I already don't care.
The moment I started explaining it, I was like, so Greta Thunberg,
It's just another headline where you see it happening in real time and you're like, it's just, we live in a simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got in a fight with a child that cares about climate change, and then the Fed show up the next day.
Yeah.
And it's also with that character. You're like, oh yeah, that guy we all hated like 2 months ago. I totally forgot about him. Oh, he's back. Oh, and he's getting slammed. Good. Oh, this is so funny. This is so great. And you're you don't care.
The guy who we already had no clue where he came from or why he's a thing. We already had no clue why he was a thing.
Yeah, because
overnight
he's doing Patrice moves very poorly and with without being funny at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And sucking.
Whatever.
And
I hope he.
Annoying.
What is? I
hope he fuck.
What is human trafficking? I thought human trafficking is insane.
It's when you're moving bitches.
I know, but he wasn't hunting bitches. He was moving them.
We got your first degree moving bitches across state lines.
Andrew Tate. Human trafficking.
I mean, how do you even get them out of the house, for Christ's sake? Am I right?
Yeah.
These ladies, they never leave the couch.
Detained in Romania as part of an alleged human trafficking and rape investigation.
Hey, I know that's not good.
Who's arresting
now rape?
him?
I've heard of.
That one I know.
Human trafficking, I really don't. It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi. It's a rape though. Rape is tangible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who got him? So, the marshals? What are we talking?
Bunch of Romanian guys that
bunch of guys in fucking leather jackets.
Yeah, a bunch of guys. Their guns are made of cabbage and.
These might turn up rifles.
The Romanian government, they're gonna ask him how to human traffic better. They're gonna use him.
He's going to work for the government.
He's going to work for them. It's going to be like Catch Me If You Can. Like he's like where he's
he's Abagnale Jr.
There's some fucking Romanian Tom Hanks after him.
Yeah, Andrew Tate's been calling the Romanian government every Christmas.
Mr. Tate, we have heard how good you are at trafficking bitches.
Like moving bitches.
Do you like to move bitches?
Tate, who was detained alongside his brother Tristan, had his house raided by officials yesterday. Video release shows guns, knives, and money on display.
So?
The brothers have been under...
So what? Can't have guns, knives, and money on a table?
I mean, that's the goal, man.
The dream?
You know?
Yeah.
Investigation since April alongside 2 Romanian nationals. Prosecutors...
Yo, Andrew Tate thinks it's hoodie season too, dude.
Yeah, he's all in.
Oh,
Dude.
Andrew Tate's like, yo, Andrew Tate's getting arrested like,
I like imagining that all this stuff is happening to Ben Simmons instead.
He does look like Ben Simmons.
say they're involved in an apparent recruiting and exploitation of women scam involving...
How do you prove... How is exploiting women a crime?
Yeah.
I mean, I know your friends might get on you about it.
Wait a second. It's the name of the game.
I didn't know the cops show up and they're like, "We've heard you've been gaslighting your wife."
What is it? He's marrying and divorcing. Here, play this.
Create adult content for online profit. Tate denies the allegations and claims he's being targeted for his beliefs.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
Oh,
Get more
that was
great
it?
ABC7 content.
He's trying to claim like political asylum.
Yeah, he's trying to
religious beliefs.
Yeah, being incredibly red pilled is not leading you to get arrested for human trafficking, Andrew Tate.
He's like, they're trying to charge me with being based.
He's like divorcing women, and why isn't he above all this shit? I knew he ran like a webcam fucking modeling thing for like years when he was first a kickboxer.
Yeah, he usually. You're right. He usually takes the higher ground. Like he's a real stand-up.
He's a real
guy,
stand-up
and,
dude.
Like, I don't know what's going on.
I just
with
don't
him.
think it would lead to the amount of money he's always talking about having. Like fucking.
How did he get all this money?
Isn't he like a CIA op guy?
That's what we said. We had a bunch of
that
stupid episodes like months ago where we had to pretend to give a shit about this retard.
I thought it was based on something though, like us calling him CIA.
Yeah, it
Or
was.
was it just purely us making shit up?
That's what Jay said, but I don't know.
He was wearing Hirachis at the time. You can't trust a thing he's saying.
Jace was at that point. He was trying to sabotage the Hate Watch pod.
Those Hirachis.
He had lemon party.
He had lemon party on the mind.
And his brother Tristan.
Not the show. Like
starting
the picture lemon
starting
party.
fake wars with my best friends, and we all
Jesus, a manipulative
spreading
mastermind.
dissent within my best friends.
He's your Salieri. He's like walking in your room while you're dying.
And then I go do lemon party, and we just have a great time. And then I come back here and I go, they're real pieces of work over there.
Those two Bravery brothers, a real cocksucker.
Come back here and talk shit about them. I go, you know what? Honestly, like they're using me. You know, I'm not getting paid as much. Anyway,
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
As part of a human trafficking probe, news broke late Thursday evening by BNO News that the pair were arrested on December
what news?
29th.
BNO News? What?
Yeah,
Just
BNO.
hours after Tate made waves with climate activist Greta Thunberg going back and forth on
Why is
Twitter
this bitch still a
about
thing?
Carbon dioxide.
He kind of made her with
Tate, who
it.
had
He brought her up.
Yeah, but like,
It's all his fault.
But what does she still do? What does Greta do?
She's being an activist.
No, but like, what does that mean? An activist?
She talks.
Does that mean she
Activism's like,
she
it's the
goes and she
worst.
puts like a winter coat on an ice-berg?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, we
essentially.
gotta keep these. Well, I guess it'd be the opposite. You go put ice on an iceberg. Like, how do you
Yes.
keep them from melting?
Not putting coats on them.
What does a little girl have to do with anything? What
She
does she gotta
talks
do?
about it a lot and like hangs out Leonardo DiCaprio and shit.
on his private jet. That's
On his
using a lot
private
of-
jet.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they had like Leo's been popping off on Instagram too about fucking
Has he?
just climate change. Nobody gives a fuck about climate change.
No, it's
anymore.
bullshit.
Nobody gives a shit about it.
I'm gonna say
There's
right now, you heard it here. It might be real.
I mean, it's real.
But I don't give a fuck. If it is real, I saw a guy one time on a video thing. He said that why would banks keep putting money into coastal properties, which they do all the time? Why would they waste money on coastal real estate if it was going to be flooded in 10 years?
I don't think it's going to be flooded that much. I think like the temperature of the ocean's going to rise and like the coral's going to die off and shit.
Yeah, but you know what these people actually what they really are saying? They're saying in like 15 years, it's gonna be like Florida like is underwater, like we're underwater kind of.
Yeah.
Like I don't buy that shit.
Yeah, I don't buy it either. I think
don't buy that.
I think the sea levels only rise like if all the ice melted, it wouldn't even. I don't know. I could be retarded, but I remember reading this and being like, I remember being shocked and being like, oh, it's only going to go up that much. Like, why? Who gives a fuck?
But literally, what do you do as a climate change activist? Like, what Greta Thunberg? What besides giving one speech that got the attention of people? Like, what happens?
Fucking talk to Congress and make people do like carbon footprint credits and shit, and just make all of our lives a living hell because she lives in a utopia called Sweden and doesn't have to worry about anything.
Hell yeah, John. That's actually a really good point.
Fuck her.
That's a really good point.
You know, she doesn't give a fuck about these towns on the coast of Mississippi that are like.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, fuck her.
She didn't give a shit. That was a really good point. I was actually going to fire you.
I got you, but I'm unfireable. No, I sensed it, and I knew I had to come in with that heat. You know?
Brought it.
I was like, oh, no. I'm going to start talking about climate credits, or Devan's going to fire me.
We should do like weekly meetings, like it's a Trump show, The Apprentice, and Devan sits at the head of the table, and he's just
Meatloaf.
Yeah, and he's just like, after that riff that died last week, you're fired.
You're gone. You know. Well, I mean, this is the first one I've had since coming back. I haven't been back on this podcast in fucking like 2 or 3 weeks. We did the Patreon.
Yeah, we did the Patreon together, and then weren't you on the weeks before?
No, brother.
Who was on? Just me. Oh, it was just me and Joey.
You and Joey.
It's been a rough. This last everything's
It's topsy turvy.
Everything's topsy turvy.
It's
Everything's
holidays.
goddamn wacko lately.
It's the fucking
holidays.
It's the fucking holidays.
The
man.
holidays. Let's see what Greta's up to.
You know.
Greta Thunberg just
Oh,
destroyed
shut up!
it.
You're not her.
She just destroyed Tate.
Greta Thunberg, I'm not an angry teenager. This was 2 months ago.
People seem to see me as an angry teenager who condemns every individual's behavior.
Someone's glowing.
Which
Is she pregnant?
Was that a CIA joke or was that a?
No, I just meant like she looks a lot better than when she gave the original speech. So she's clearly been getting like
Richie.
professional makeup.
All right, okay, Richie.
Sounds like
getting some
Richie's
kind of work done.
Richie, relax
Sounds like
there,
Richie's a
bud.
pedophile.
I mean,
maybe
you can
you
look
should
at
be on
someone
that
who got
jet.
their hair done.
Yeah. All right.
A little scary, Richie.
Whatever.
I have nieces and nephews. I'm comfortable around kids. You know,
I bet
you
you
guys,
are,
you
bud.
guys don't
You
know how
shouldn't
to
be.
talk.
Nobody
to
should be
children.
comfortable with you.
You
around
shouldn't be.
kids.
I won't
Well,
even.
they are, which says a lot about me.
I'm not even going to play with my own kid for fear of being called a pedophile.
I can't look at him.
I'm going to abandon them because I'm a good guy and I'm
Devan
not.
has a kid.
I don't fuck kids. That could be an interesting excuse. You abandon your family, abandon your kids till they're 18, and you come back. You're like, dude, I'm not a pedophile.
You're like, I would have fucked you.
You realize I would have fucked you?
It's irresistible.
That's what you say to your
You're like, you're 22 years old. I'm now not attracted to you. When I first saw you, I want to fuck your brains.
You were
out.
so hot.
You're so hot.
You were so fucking hot in that
I did
high
this for
school.
you.
When I would burp you sometimes, ooh, boy, God, Jesus, I'm a sick individual. I'm a sick puppy.
And you're not that person.
No.
What's the difference between that person and who you really are?
There's a big difference. Yeah, I'm not an angry teenager. I probably don't take life seriously enough, like in private. Yeah.
Do you find it weird then that you have this reputation for being as you?
It is really funny, actually.
You find it funny because it just seems so untrue to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if she had the like Crystalia CD tattoo on her head?
She's in Crystalia's cult.
Who I meet, they know that it's not me. And if I meet people personally, they can see that I'm not angry.
Okay.
Well, whatever. I think you're a fucking psyop too.
Yeah.
I think everything's fake. I don't think I think all these people, if I met them and I could put my hand through them, I feel like every single person in the national discourse and in the news, if I met them, I could go like shoosh, shoosh, right through their body.
It's like the smoke on Pirates of the Caribbean.
And no one's in the room when I do that. I do that, and then they wink at me and they go.
Yeah.
And then people walk in the room and I try and touch them and they're actually a human.
Just
again.
a red dot.
And then everyone's like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "They're not real. You weren't in here, but he's a hologram. Everything's a lie."
And then they're like, "Great, he's perfect. Send him out to Send him out to Ocean Avenue. He can start walking around and babbling to himself about it." We did it again.
How unfunny was Andrew Tate
in the unlikely
in this
Greta
video?
Thunberg, Andrew Tate.
Oh, wait.
I'm sure you've
Andrew
seen Tate's
Tate.
original post by now, tagging the Swedish
Greta.
climate activist.
Well, where does he?
Yeah, there's some apology.
I mean, Andrew
or something.
Tate kind of got owned in this situation.
Oh, he
like
did.
went against, he's like talking shit to like a fucking
kid.
19-year-old girl, and then all of a sudden gets arrested for rape by a bunch of Romanian SWAT team members.
Greta Thunberg swatted him.
Yeah, so he swatted his ass. Yeah, Cope Tate.
These are his
You
tweets.
fucking retard.
The Matrix will only tell you what the Matrix needs you to believe. He's retweeting Elon Musk doing Matrix shit. The Matrix sent their agents. Where are these?
Download sexual assault.
Oh, here's the videos where he got owned, I guess.
Release some greenhouse gases.
Oh, good one, Tate.
Oh, that's good.
Nice. Cool.
Release some greenhouse gases.
I wish a flashbang grenade just launched into the room.
I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now, the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile.
Look at his almond head. Looks like his dad is the Blue Diamond Company. Fucking, is there? Yeah. Do they have a wasabi soy version of Andrew Tate? Hey, Andrew Tate, do you have a Thai spicy chili version of you?
Yeah, all his money comes from Smokehouse Barbecue.
Do you know how much water goes into creating Andrew Tate?
It's a gallon a day.
Yeah, he needs a gallon of water.
He needs
just
a
to wake
gallon of
up.
water just to fucking get his almond head going.
And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address, Greta?
Imagine being this
What
gay.
a incredibly pathetic, fucking retard 8th grade response.
Yeah.
Like Greta did get him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, so you're saying that you have a small dick? Got you. It's embarrassing. And then you're acting like, oh, she gave an email out, but it's a fake email, obviously. You literally got caught the next day.
Yeah.
For rape and human trafficking.
Human trafficking, not rape.
I mean,
And rape.
we'll
and
figure it
rape.
It was both.
Yeah.
That's how the rape came up in the first place.
Yeah.
I hope they give him the chair.
Yeah, I don't know what
I'm just sick of hearing his name. Kill them all. Kill all these people. Right?
Yeah.
Right, folks?
Yeah.
Come on. Aren't you sick of hearing these names? Just kill them.
We got to edit this out.
No. No, we don't. My goal is enough of YouTube.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's not my goal. Keep us on, but I'm sick of this shit. You fucking put a gun to my head all the time. Every fucking week I got to wake up hoping it doesn't say, the cops are coming.
This is your Andrew Tate video.
Yeah. This is me versus YouTube. I love YouTube.
I mean, also, I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50.
Oh, good one, Tate.
Another good. Why do you still care about these issues? You live in Romania, dipshit.
Yeah.
Just go fucking eat some gorsh or borscht or whatever the fuck these people eat and, go party with a goat.
He's got a fucking mahogany room. I wouldn't give a shit about anything if I had a room that was wallpaper.
Yeah, look at that shit.
Yeah.
And you still got. Why'd you have to. You got yourself in this mess.
I'm not actually mad at Greta.
Yeah.
Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled.
Please bring me more incriminating evidence.
Oh my God, this is okay. I'm putting it together. So he tried to own her by bringing in a local pizza chain, and then Interpol was like, "Oh, we got him," and then they got.
Yes.
That's amazing.
He gave away his location.
Oh my God, what a fucking idiot!
Wait,
wow.
I still don't understand.
Okay, listen.
Everyone already knew he was in Romania.
No. But they needed literal physical evidence
You need
before you can make
you
pull the trigger, because I've been watching First 48 for the past fucking 2 weeks. You gotta have this shit dialed in, right? So they got the local pizza chain, and then they're like, okay, we know this. He posted this tonight. We know he's there. Raid the place.
It would be the same thing if you went to a nightclub and they knew he was there. They'd go get him at the nightclub, but it's they don't know what house he's at, so you can't just run up in people's houses over one guy.
All right, I'm just a little confused, seeing as how fucking Tim did an episode with him 2 months ago, and he knew where he was.
In Romania?
Yes! What the fuck are we talking
He's probably
about?
got multiple properties, and also I don't know what the Romanians fucking
pretty
police
cheap.
are up to. Also, it's
what's his connection to Romania? I thought he's
It's
British.
a cheap fucking place he lives in where he
it's
can
just
get away
cheap.
with anything because he's got money.
Right.
He moved somewhere where
I think he
can
moved
get
to
away.
Romania because rape isn't illegal.
No, rape is it's required in Romania. So
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. That's cool.
I've heard that. Cool.
It's like
That's sick. No, I get that. I understand that. This country has too many rules.
So I'm not actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize.
Why is there a place called Jerry's Pizza in Romania, by the way? It's a little too New Yorky.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be called like Bugga Pizza? Bugga. We boil the pizza. we make the pizza. We throw it in a big bathtub.
Ice cabbage.
It cooks overnight in tub.
Lukewarm cabbage pizza.
It's a cabbage pizza and there's a goat head on top.
She's been programmed. She doesn't realize.
But instead, it's like a guy. It's like, yo, I'm Jerry. Come down to Romania. God, Jerry's Pizza.
Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down.
Yeah.
And convinced
Radio Raheem got killed
to
after
try and
Jerry's
convince
pizza.
you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot.
Hey, Andrew,
What?
just so you know, the last 20 seconds, you've incriminated yourself.
Yeah.
While you're making a big grand point, the cops are on their way.
And then, because I called her out on it, the global matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small dick in her own email address.
Yeah, you idiot. You're missing it completely.
Yeah, you're not getting. I mean, that might be true, but you also did get owned by a child.
Yeah.
Also, I think the whole point was she probably made an email address called Small Dick Energy, said this is my email, sent it to him as a joke saying he has small dick energy.
Yes.
She's fucking 19 and she's fucking pwning your ass, dude.
Yeah, she fucking. You got rickrolled, bitch.
It's not that. I mean, it's that too, but it's like it's the fact that he fucked himself so hard just to make the gayest response on planet Earth.
Yeah. All while being a guy who's like, I'm all about masculinity and I'm the shit.
And he's a lowly pimp. That's what we find out is he's actually just a little fucking. He's just
and not even like a cool
prostitute.
one.
Yeah. No. I mean,
I think he's cool as shit. So I think he's honestly.
You do?
Really, I think.
Oh, you think he's the coolest?
Really
What have you gotten out of Tate? Like, how have you applied it to your life?
I love cigars and like I'm a top G. All I do is like in YouTube comments, I'll just be like, these guys are cucks. I'm a top G.
Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show.
Yeah, you're about to go to prison.
Now I know at least
You're about to go to prison.
that Greta, with a little hate-filled face,
Yeah, the cops are coming.
Yeah, they're gonna sodomize you with a
sitting
nightstick.
somewhere without the heating on.
30 minutes.
Yeah, no one's listening to this. You're about to be raped.
Yeah.
use my tweet.
You should go put your hoodie on. They're about to throw you in a cattle car.
Far more fun into eternity.
Yeah, he's in prison. He's like, a lot of guys talk about being a power bottom, but they don't know how to exert the power. This is how you harness the power to be a bottom.
He's in a fucking tiled room with a single drain in the middle of it. Some Romanian guy's got a handgun to his head.
You need to get mentally tough. I don't even feel my anus anymore.
So now so then this guy, Jake Shields tweeted, Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg need to stop flirting and just fuck already. And Andrew Tate quote tweeted that and said, she ain't ready.
Oh,
How old is she?
Dude.
She's like 19.
Oh, okay, but she looks like she got Andy Milonakis disease.
Yeah, she's got the Benjamin Button thing going
Does she?
on. Yeah, she looks like.
Does she actually
not
have it, or
actually,
she's
but
just?
She looks like 13 years old.
Yeah, she looks way too weird. Strange as it may seem, there is a teenager out there who believes your government should tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot. Ha.
I mean,
Who wakes up with all the money and women in the world and gives a shit about some retarded teen in Sweden that's probably fucking doing midsummer retreats? Greta Thunberg's fucking
guy with a hammer.
putting a bear head on. She's feeding her retarded incest brother. And then killing 3 Americans in a horrific way. Taking an old guy up to a cliff and just bashing his head in.
But all with clean energy.
big mallet.
But it's all clean.
Yeah, it's all with clean
it's
green.
all
It's all
clean.
green.
It's all
yeah.
green.
No, greenhouse.
Yeah.
She's actually helping the greenhouses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was it. I thought there was more. I thought they had like a bunch of back and forths.
It'd be so sick if he died in a police shootout after this.
The most annoying part.
That'd be the sickest thing ever.
died in a
If he
police
decided to go down like a real top G and fucking and
I'm a
bust
top
back.
G.
I'm a top G and I bust back and he just gets lit up by some fucking 17-year-old with an AK-47.
Before he turns the corner to shoot them, he's still at a table with like 10 women.
Yeah.
And he's like, are any of you going to run out there? This is what a man does. See, this is why you're little weak women and you need a man. Now watch this. He just gets shot 50 times.
He's surrounded in a room full of women when the cops come, and he turns into George Costanza. He throws them all over. He
pushes them out of the way.
Starts yelling. Andrew Tate starts running and yelling like, ah! He immediately turns into a woman.
I was in the pool. I was in the pool.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's all wrong.
Why?
I shouldn't be up here.
How dare you?
How dare you?
You've stolen my dreams.
No, they haven't. No one's stolen anything, Greta. Jesus Christ, get out there and get some dick.
Go work at the Lego factory and shut up.
No one's stolen a single thing from you.
Oh, you gotta.
You all come to us young people.
I gotta say, I never had any problem.
It was an annoying video. They both suck ass. I'm done with them. I'm done with you. It's hoodie season.
It's time for a change.
It's time for a goddamn change.
You're not ruining my fucking
Sick
hoodie
of this
season.
shit. Sick of having to give a shit about retards every week. Every week, this is a new retard.
A new retard.
It's a retard festival, this country.
The retard circus.
It's a retard circus. And we seek him out. This guy doesn't even live here anymore. We're like, what's that retard that left doing? Do you guys see this retard? There's another retard in Idaho. He killed 4 college kids.
Oh, I saw that today.
I did see that retard.
The Idaho 4, which is that's really nice that to honor the dead by just you become like a wacky little nickname that the country goes. They don't even say your names. They just go, they're the Idaho 4.
Yeah, they sound like a great basketball team, like the Fab Five,
yeah,
the
Fab
Idaho 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They I guess they think they got the guy. I don't understand the motive though, and I heard that the guy that killed these. So basically, in a small town in Idaho, like a college town, I looked into it really quickly today. Small town in Idaho, college town. 4 kids were killed in their house, their dorm house, stabbed to death in the middle of the night.
Ooh.
And 2 people lived that didn't. They were on the bottom floor, and he didn't go there or whatever. They think they caught the guy, but he was a true crime student or something. Like he was into true crime.
Well, yeah.
And I've heard that he called into a true crime podcast that was discussing the case or something.
I think pull that up.
But also,
All within a couple days, he did this.
Yeah, and then also there's a bunch of people on YouTube that are making money doing live streams, like before they caught the guy, where they would be every day, doing a live stream where they're we're gonna talk about it, try and solve it, and they would take donations like it's for the case, but they're just taking the money, pocketing the money, and it's just look at this guy. It's just this is a 9-hour stream, and it's just some fucking drug addict.
This guy's sick.
That's
what's up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
He's back.
No days off. You guys already.
He goes, yo, what up, bro? My name's T-Rev757, allegedly, and I'm here to solve the case of the Idaho 4. Yo, T-Rev757, allegedly in the motherfucking house tonight. Yo, we here to solve a crime, bro. Donate. Here my Patreons in the description. Yo, we gotta help out this case, y'all.
Bruh, 757 stands for the police code that I was charged with. I'm allegedly a registered pedophile. Allegedly.
Yeah. He's like, yo, this is all I do now that I'm 1 strike away.
He's like, I can't leave my house because of my ankle monitor, so I gotta do this.
I'm 1 strike away from life, bro.
You know what time it is? We don't
take
We don't take no days off around here.
No days off. 4 white people were stabbed to death in their beds in the middle of the night, and I need money.
You know what time it is.
You know what time it is.
How's everybody?
When some kind of outrageous statements were made early on about Southern slavery as it was.
Imagine you die and some guy is doing a live stream going, damn!
Oh my God.
Pretending he's going to solve. He's trying to help.
Mutually affectionate relationship between master
and slave. And then he's playing footage, news footage about the crime, and he's pretending he's solving it, but he's just going damn, she got a big old ass. Man, that bitch looks like her pussy wet.
Yo, this bitch need probiotics. Look at this,
members
Jamie
of our
Lynn.
LGBTQ community, trans people.
Oh God!
Wait,
does he hate the trans community?
Wait. Is this the trans killer who fake the fucking. Did you hear about that?
He framed Roger Rabbit.
No, there's a trans woman who stabbed her dad and like fucking.
I heard about
to
this.
death.
Let's go to that. Enough of this.
Like,
the Idaho 4. They're dead. They're dead and gone. Sorry.
Rest in peace.
Trans killer.
Yeah, she like stabbed her dad and then like called the cops and tried to make it look like a fucking like breaking and entering or some shit.
Where is this?
I don't know. I saw it on Instagram today. A lot of people stabbing.
Trans kill dad.
Yeah, it's so British.
It's very British. We'll poke you up.
Yeah, get back to shooting people. This is America. It's pathetic. How dare you stab someone in America?
Yeah, people just can't afford guns anymore, apparently. So we're just going around macheting people to death.
But open carry permits are all over, baby.
Oh, yeah, we all get guns.
Nikki Secondino grins for cameras after she's charged with killing.
Nikki, what happened?
Her dad in New York City.
What do you have to say, Nikki?
I like that she's like really like fucking puffing her chest out.
Yeah.
She's doing the walk like.
She's like, look at my tits.
She got some nice fucking natties.
Nikki, what happened?
Those aren't natties, but.
Do you have anything to say to your sister,
They're not?
Liana? What do you have to say,
They're little teardrops. I like them. You're right. They're not natties.
The papayas.
I'm sorry. You're right. I exaggerated.
Here we go. Here's the case.
Stunning new twist in a double stabbing that turned deadly.
Wow.
They go. The news is like totally transphobic. They go, stunning new twist. Being trans means she used to be a man.
Now an arrest.
Dude looks like a lady. Anyways, at 8 o'clock.
In a stunning new twist, we just found out the woman murderer is a dude.
It's like, dude looks like a lady, but Aerosmith is not coming to town. A murder happened in our town.
In a stunning new twist, we just found out that Nikki Secondino has a dick.
Night off. What police were investigating as a deadly home invasion in Brooklyn has now taken a new turn. Police say it does not appear to be a home invasion after all. It happened early this morning at a home on 17th.
We were over in fucking Bensonhurst in Brooklyn, and we were getting our hormone therapy and shit, and we got a slice, you go back in, they chop your tits off and whatnot, and that's New York, baby.
No, it's New York. Just a few hormones, a couple shots, a couple jabs,
It's New York.
It's the water.
It's the water. The water makes your tits bigger here.
Let me tell you the story. This guy, it starts out a guy transitions into a woman. Her father, they try to hook up. He goes to grab, has a fucking dick. He throws acid all over her.
The Soprano.
Yeah.
Bensonhurst. Police at first said masked men stormed into the home, stabbing 3 people, killing a father inside.
What? All right,
that was the story that the person
that she told,
the trans person told. Yes,
she said that 3 black guys did it.
She said 3 black guys.
Oh,
no,
what
masks.
Men in trans community.
Men in masks.
This is like that Charles what's his face shit in Boston when they blamed the 2 black guys.
Oh,
now, you know what I'm talking about. Happened. They fucking Patrice was arrested over it. Not arrested, but they like questioned. They fucking tore the hood apart after that shit. Charles, I'm just gonna say Charles Grodin. Grodin, the great actor. It was him. No, I don't know. I forget. But they, white lady, blame black guys on a crime she committed.
News 4's Erica Byfield is live in Bensonhurst with the arrest just made moments ago in this case.
What's up, Erica?
Yes, exactly, Glenn. That's what we're hearing at this point. Police sources are telling us that the older daughter in this case has now been charged. We're still waiting to learn the exact charges, but we learned about a possible twist in this case around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Since then, we've been able to confirm all that information that you just shared, and this new version of the story actually matches the narrative that an upstairs neighbor told us.
I saw the blood in the hallway, and that's when I got shaken up.
I saw the blood in the hallway.
I was having a tuna.
I'm just trying to get to my bagel place. I saw the blood in the hallway.
Closed the door and locked it.
A rattled neighbor who doesn't want her face shown told us what she saw.
Boo!
Outside of her front
Show
door
yourself.
This morning. Police were investigating.
You just have a problem with everything. The guy that has a problem with everything. That's a good character. Guy that somehow has a problem with literally everything.
Murder of a 61-year-old.
The cops walking into this door. There's not a back door.
His apartment. His 2 daughters. Injured.
Oh yeah, stand in a circle like that.
Tell us what was first reported as a home invasion is not so. Instead, this appears to be domestic violence. The sources say one of the girls allegedly stabbed her father to death and then stabbed her sister. The person we met who called 911 said this.
They don't have anything as far as in the house, as far as for 2 guys in face masks to want anything.
She told News 4 around 6 a.m. Thursday on 17th Avenue near 82nd Street, she heard her neighbors screaming, tussling.
I heard the bodies like being slammed around like they were wrestling.
Damn.
It's only sheetrock, you know, so it's not solid brick walls.
By mid-morning, detectives swarmed and had this area roped off. We found out that the man who died used to deliver food for a panini shop on the block.
I felt terrible. I think this is horrible.
And most recently worked.
She's like, I'm into it. Why would what would she say besides I think it's terrible?
For Mike's Diner, about a half a mile away.
I'm just in shock. He's a very nice man. He was a very nice man. Very nice. And I hope that God rest his soul.
Employees said last summer the man's younger daughter waited tables here. She's the one.
Dude, they interview a bunch of New Yorkers, and this is not what they can't use any of the footage because they're just like, yeah, it was that fucking thing that did it.
It was that mutt.
It was that fucking he, she, whatever.
This used to be a nice family.
You know how many people they had to interview to get rid of
some guy with a spaghetti stain on his fucking wife beater?
Yeah. Yeah, it was that fucking guy with tits.
Yeah, this fucking dangerous they be or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you know, I heard a fucking they be, did it.
Critical condition. They described her as sweet and driven. Now, given the man's horrific death, his manager said she can't shake the last conversation she had with him on Wednesday.
He was worried about the situation.
Yeah, he said my trans daughter's going to stab me to death.
Yeah, what did he say? What do you think it was like? How does
he say
it go?
He's worried about the whole situation.
The whole situation. He's like, I'm really worried about the situation.
He's like, let me tell you something. Meadows, she's got a dick now.
Transitioning a fucking $100,000 job.
Really into cutlery. You can't trust him at this time. The head gets all fucking wacky.
The hormones.
The hormones is fucking crazy.
Transitioning a fucking $100,000 job.
Jesus Christ, Christopher, you're transitioning as a $100,000 job.
Chris is transitioning into.
Jesus fucking Christ, Christopher, we're trying to fucking, you're the heir apparent and you're a fucking trans.
Oh, so it's Christine's gonna run the New Jersey family now?
Said something similar, telling us the police visited the apartment in the past, responding to calls about fights.
Sometimes I used to hear so much slamming. I felt like she was going to come through my wall.
Imagine a trans lady bursting through your wall.
The Kool-Aid man.
Just a fucking...
Man.
Obviously, a lot of neighbors are...
That sucks.
Jesus.
Sucks because you die.
Yes, murder's bad.
That's bad.
Murder's bad.
That ain't good, folks. That is not good. I'd say murder's a no-no.
I was listening to this podcast and they said murder was bad. And I really got a lot out of it.
I would think, I'd say, let's get back to the Idaho retard. Idaho killing.
Idaho 4.
Idaho 4.
The Fantastic Four.
What we know about suspect Bryan Kohnburger.
His name's Kohnburger?
Hell yeah. More like a nothing burger. Now. Murderer.
Very good.
Just
yes,
like
yes.
those people that have the corny when they're angry and they try and be like mean. It's still like the corniest thing ever. People that are bad at being mean. Oh really? It looks like you. Oh yeah, I saw that big nothing burger you made. Epic fail.
You won't be eating a lot of burgers in prison anymore.
Yeah, just like you're bad at even being bad.
More than 6 weeks after 4 University of Idaho students were murdered in their apartment just blocks away from campus.
Would you
Police
shave?
say they have arrested
You fucking hobo.
28-year-old Bryan Kohnburger.
You fucking on the news, asshole. You have a fucking job, dipshit. Fucking get a beard trimmer. You look like shit. This guy looks like literally.
I know, you look like a barback.
He looks like an escaped criminal that put a suit on and then had to do the show to pretend he's the guy.
28-year-old Bryan Kohnburger was arrested in northeastern Pennsylvania.
He didn't do it. He's got kind eyes.
Fugitive from justice. During a news conference today, Moscow Police Chief James Fry said that Kohnburger is facing 4 murder charges. And we've got team coverage for you here tonight. Brian Holmes is live in Moscow, Idaho with the latest on today's arrest, and Alexandra Duggan breaks down everything we know so far about the suspect's background.
She looks totally over it, this news lady.
She's like, I'm fucking
She's like, I don't care. Get off your phone, asshole.
Joe,
the guy on the ground is on his phone. He's the laziest news department ever.
He's listening to fucking Lemon Party.
What is he listening to Lemon Party?
Not a whole lot of
Is he a lemon head?
Information we garnered from that news conference from today because the chief of police, as James Fry, the chief.
There are 4 people in Idaho who won't be going come in their diaper anymore.
That's hilarious.
Police here in Moscow mentioned, so did.
Also, you can't be called Moscow in Idaho.
Yeah,
there's
it's
already
really
a famous Moscow, assholes.
It makes it seem like everything he did is okay now.
Yeah, because it's in Russia.
Yeah, oh, you killed Russians?
When I heard the story, I was like, so it was Russia? I'm like,
he supports Ukraine?
I'm like, isn't it mandatory to like stab people in the night?
We're going to trade him for Andrew Tate.
Utah County prosecutor who said they can't really say a whole lot about the case and the investigation up to this point because that suspect, Bryan Kohnburger, is still in Pennsylvania awaiting extradition. That is happening on Tuesday, and until he gets back into Idaho, they can't really say much so they don't jeopardize the case. State law says they can't do that. What we do know is they kind of broke down how this happened and how we got to this point. What we do know is November 13th, there was a call to that house off of King Road where there was somebody unconscious, and they soon found out that there were 4 murdered U of I students inside that house. There was a vigil after they sent most students.
I heard it was finals week.
Senioritis.
He had been up taking Adderall for days.
Dude, yeah, the thesis paper really did a number on them.
They get stressed
Some
out.
wanted to go home who feared because, well, that suspect was still on the loose, and for weeks they didn't have a suspect in mind. When they came back,
what a shitty memorial! If that was my memorial, I'd kill myself in heaven.
That is a dog shit
Jesus
memorial.
Christ! What is that, like dried moss and like the shittiest picture ever?
Put a bunch of poopery.
Oh God, I'm a callous individual.
To school on November 30th, they had a vigil. Then the biggest break in the case possibly came on December 7th when Moscow police said they were looking for a white Hyundai Elantra from 2011 to 2013.
It's a nice car.
The make and model of that car was seen near that house.
Devin's buying it next week.
I wonder if it's on sale now.
I was like, oh fuck.
Can I get it at the auction? Is it cheaper?
Is there a murder auction? Like, are they cheaper because it's like got bad energy? So I'll take it. Can I fly to Idaho right now and get that puppy? Look at that thing. Look at those wheels. They're so shiny. He must get when you go get your car washed. He must get the wax on the wheels too.
Yeah, he gets him to scrub it.
That's good for him, man. Well, it sucks I can't drive that thing anymore.
From Kings Road. Anyway. And if anybody had seen that, to let them know. And they received thousands
that thing had Bluetooth.
of tips when it comes to...
Dude, I think that thing came with Sirius XM, dude.
Rear view backup.
Got Apple Play.
You throw it all away and you got Apple Play? It's like Apple CarPlay is... it's
the creme de la creme.
Yeah, it's worth it for me, pal.
That car, but that was kind of what led them to Pennsylvania. Near I should say thousands of miles across the country.
You stuttering, muttering prick.
Bryan Christopher Kohnburger, the 28-year-old, whose connection to the Palouse here and to this area.
To the Palouse?
The Palouse, you fucking retard. God, what is wrong with these people? The Palouse?
Sorry, it gets stuck at the front of my tongue. I don't say it real good.
The criminology program at Washington State University. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of information, as I said, because of that, but there's a lot of
No, there's not a whole lot of information because there's no information because you're a shitty journalist.
What made this arrest possible today? And there were even questions of a motive. Again, none of that information was provided. When asked if there was anyone else possibly involved in this case, Chief Fry said, "We have an individual in custody
Chief
who committed
Fry.
these horrible crimes."
I bet he's fat too. That's a funny name.
Everything's Kohlburgers and fries.
Kohlburger, man. Fried chicken Johnson.
And we're sad at the loss of Alicia Mukbang, and it's been very sad.
Michael Pizza was stabbed to death.
Sarah mashed potatoes is no more.
Sarah Triple Deck Hoagie died today.
For this community, waiting with bated breath for any sort of break in the case like this.
Detective Jimmy Pierogi's on the case.
FBI, the sheriff's office here, and even Idaho State Police have been fully involved in this investigation. And as stressful and as difficult the last 6 weeks have been.
They keep playing the same footage of the same cop walking down
the past couple of days.
Look at this fucking
arrest to
dipshit.
happen on the other side of the country.
I can tell you, a lot
Santa
of law enforcement had a fairly sleepless couple of days with, as we were leading up to everything that we were.
Is that the living man back there? Look at the living man. Bryan Kohnburger, he was all he was doing was exercising his
Second Amendment rights.
His rights.
The Treaty of 1857 allowed Bryan Kohnburger to sneak into that home and stab those 3 girls to death.
It's between that is between them. Your Honor, that's between Kohnburger and those 4 whores.
I am hungry and I must eat. And I am horny and I must stab whores.
Doing, but what I can tell you is I have faith in those agencies across the nation.
I have faith in the 5 elves.
I have faith in our officers. I have faith in the FBI, and they did a great job. But
I didn't.
Sure, there was.
You didn't do
times,
shit.
Even throughout the day that we were always concerned.
Spit it out, retard.
Shit himself.
That was something that Chief Fry was adamant about, that he was confident they were going to find a suspect in this case. As you heard him say,
Chief Fry and Kohlburger.
It's got a little tense.
And then there's Mayor Frappuccino. He had a lot to say about it.
One of the people that
we have Dick Stromboli,
University of President Scott Green, and he said it's a relief to our university, our community, and our extended band of family.
Well, what did Eggplant Parm think?
We have Chicken Nugget spreading thin. He's looking for fingerprints, all right?
Well, what did Hoagie McDaniels say?
That's the name. Hoagie McDaniels.
Hoagie McDaniels.
Kevin Linguini.
Kevin Linguini. Didn't we know somebody named Kevin? I thought we had an old joke about somebody named
Kevin Linguini.
Oh, no, we used to make fun of the guy that made True Detective because we loved True Detective season 1 and then season 2 was so bad we hated him. So we started calling him Nick Pizza Face Faggot. His name's like Nick Pizzolato, and then you and I would just be like some really angry early 20s retards sitting at home like fucking Nick Pizza Faggot, whatever.
You ruined the show.
Oh, we are huge idiots.
Vandal Strong. So there's still a whole lot of information we do not know, other than his connection here to this area, to the Palouse, being 10 minutes away or 10 miles away.
Why do you keep saying Palouse?
Yeah, I don't know why.
What is wrong with him? Do they speak differently in Idaho?
Wait, Palouse must be a town.
Is it town?
It's got to be a town.
Okay,
There's no way he'd fuck that up that many times.
Yeah, maybe he's just a small bean. He's just like, the copy woppies in the Palouse.
I know he has small dick energy or whatever, but
being in the criminology program, Joe.
No, come on.
That's Brian Holmes reporting for us tonight at 5. Brian will be up in Moscow reporting for the latest. We'll have another report from him this evening.
Report. Say report again.
Bateman's family released a statement this afternoon.
That's a report.
I'm
reporting
for their diligent work.
When this is over, I'll be copping some black tar heroin and having a great night in a motel room with a $15
However,
hooker.
it doesn't alter the outcome or alleviate the pain. We miss Ethan, and our family is forever changed.
All right.
Over the last
Enough
7
of that.
weeks,
Too human.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to hear the family.
You're not real to me. You're in another state.
It's obvious we're sorry for the family. Move on.
Devin has to put blinders on.
You're nothing but content for me. Go away. Don't you make me feel. All right. What next, folks? What next?
NYC Diaries.
Have you seen any of these? I don't really know if it's worth anything. I started. I never follow these accounts on Instagram. Something popped up. This guy that like. Have you seen those videos on Instagram where a guy just walks up to people in New York? He's like, "Hey, how much? What do you pay for rent here?" And then they tell him, and then he goes, "Can I see it?" And then they're like, "Yeah, sure." And then they like bring them back, so you see like what people pay in New York and different cities.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, sure, bring it up. Whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if there's much there. I just thought it was interesting because it's like I can't tell whether or not these people are It's like weird to just like let a guy come back into your apartment.
He's walking up to Travis Bickle.
Well, I have
what do you pay?
I mean, we have to see.
He's going in there. He's like, this is why I hold my hand over the flame. This is why I took the drawers apart in this dresser to make a little spring-loaded thing for my handgun.
Like here, this is like an example. I think of one of them. Like,
how much do girls pay for rent in New York?
Nothing.
Can I have a tour of your apartment? Hi, buddy. The Dalmatian. I like how you can walk through the apartment all the way through.
This sounds like the beginning of a porno.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Dude, are you telling me Joey could have a place this big in fucking New York?
There's no sink in the bathroom?
No, there's no sink in the bathroom.
So rent in LA is more expensive.
I mean, where
like pretty
Joey
much the
lived,
same.
Joey picked the dumbest apartment to live in.
You usually,
well, it went up. It went up.
yeah,
after
you
the
usually
pandemic.
get a little more space in LA, but
This is my Christmas tree. I brought it all the way from the Crate and Barrel outlet in Kittery, Maine. That's where we're from.
that's not a Christmas
It's
tree.
not a Christmas tree. It sucks ass.
You're an ironic cunt.
Sideshow
Anyway, let's
Bob's
move on.
Can I try out your bed?
He goes, "Can I fuck you in this bed?"
He's
You
like,
put 2 rods. You added it.
I added it.
So those
Also,
rods, what do you do with those rods? You shove them up your
apartment
ass?
like what New York
Do you have a
apartment
laundry? Do you ever get stuck in
Yeah,
it?
that
he's like, where's the Sibian?
I like the Sibian. What do you
Where's the
girls do
fuck
for a
swing?
living?
Where's the fuck swing and the Sibian?
This is our workbench.
Ooh, pearls.
So
Oh, you want some pearl? Want me to give you some pearls?
He goes, "I can give you a pearl
Oh my
necklace."
God, look at this fucking guy.
They're really
Jesus
fun to
Christ.
They're into him.
Oh, they like him.
That's a guy. That's a guy that fucks girls.
Anytime girls dress
Yeah,
you up and
sex.
shit. Oh, Caleb Simpson has like a good vibe because people let him into their homes.
Yeah,
all the
I
time.
like Caleb.
Check this shit out. Look at this. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm acting like I have something prepared. I'm just saying.
Check this shit out.
I'm like, check this shit out. Well, let's see. Which one should we pick?
It died on a vine.
$7,000 a month New York City apartment.
This apartment is 2 stories. It has 3 bedrooms. There's 4 people that live here, and it costs $7,000 a month. Welcome to my apartment. Let's get it. Right when we walk
Let's
in,
get it.
hang up the
Wait,
jackets.
this is his
we got
apartment?
The fur.
I
We got all
can't
the
tell.
shoes down here
He kind
because
of made it sound like it wasn't his, but it is. But it's not. I don't know.
I don't want to track New York City in here. New York City is disgusting. Really walk directly into the kitchen and the living room area. It's completely open layout.
You like
we
his
have
shorts,
the
John?
living room,
Yeah, those are the
the
types of shorts
dining
I like.
room.
Why does
We
he
got
have 2 different colored socks on? That pisses me off.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
Stuff like that
Yeah,
really.
that was
just,
a choice. You're making a video.
Things like that really chap my ass.
I'm quirky.
That really chaps my ass.
little cushion area over here. Another really cool highlight of the living room is the skylights here. There's holes in our ceiling, which you think would give more light, but it kind of stays dark like this at most times during the day. This is like the living room lounging area. This couch, which is actually looks cooler than how it feels. Downstairs is very
pretty much
tastefully done. It
everything
has
that
nothing to
sums
do
up
with
this
me.
man's
I don't
life.
know anything about interior design. It is one of my roommates, Saul, who kind of designed all this down here.
Nothing worse than a sad dying plant in somebody's shitty apartment.
And it looks...
Look at that awful art.
Yeah, it's ugly as
Ugh.
shit.
Really nice. There's a lot of plants. There's a lot of art. The furniture looks really cool.
You have no taste. Your home sucks.
Down.
Yeah, look, it just looks like a unorganized hotel room.
Yeah, this sucks. You suck ass.
Yeah.
It's a shitty home.
Yeah.
This tiny
shitty home.
New York City van apartment goes for $48,000. All right, this is what's hilarious about this day and age that I've grown up in, and
we're going to
this
tour
is
a van today. We're
this is
right
the
outside
prime
the
of
van.
our lives. Is that the big thing is people showing. There's people that like just on YouTube. We look at them all the time. Their life is showing you the car they live in.
It's how they made. It's how they
And
made.
they get a bunch of GoPros and they get different angles and they like make bacon and eggs.
It's incredibly expensive.
Well, they're like trying to make everyone's worst nightmare glamorous. And they're like, no, it's not a terrible thing. Look how awesome it can be in my Mercedes Sprinter that I tricked out. And It's
Right.
like Pimp My Ride.
But you have to have a lot of money.
Yes,
to get one of
exactly.
those.
Like that's the part people.
It's people like gentrifying homelessness.
Yeah, they're making a choice. I don't think it's their money.
Strange.
Anyone who does it
Kind of
nice.
like my own man cave. The build
I
was
think that's parents' money.
$17,700, and the car
Like
was
this lady, these are all young hip people. This isn't like nomad land. She's not like I got fired from my Amazon job and now I live in my van.
Yeah. People who live in
No,
their
it's
car.
like-
People who live in their car don't pick a theme for their car.
Exactly. You did this as a novelty. You don't get to have a fucking,
Pokemon,
like a Charmander theme of your van
Yeah.
if you're like an actual like poor person.
$31,000. I guess this is like Van Alley in
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
I've
where all
seen this street in New York. What a bunch of retards.
the van life people live. Watch this be the wrong van. There is 2 red ones.
Oh, is
the
this
door's
by,
a little cracked,
like
so I
the
think it
HBO
is. Hello?
studio
What's
or
up?
Hi, how are you guys?
How's your day?
no, it looks like that's a studio.
I woke up this morning and saw a guy like peeing on the van over there.
Oh my
and I'm like, thank God it's not my van.
Walking in, it's all pink.
Okay.
I want to let people know out there, I discriminate against this type of behavior. If I met her at a bar and she acted like a completely normal New Yorker, and I'm like, hey, you got your shit together, blah blah blah, and then she's like, come back to my apartment, and we walk up to a van. I don't care how nice it is inside. I go, you're a pathetic human being.
I'd start a fire and leave.
Any city but New York.
Just
if you're in any other city, go ahead. That'd be cool. But you're in New York, you're an idiot.
I mean, she spent $45,000 on this fucking thing.
I would love to walk down that street and just start sticking potatoes in all the exhaust pipes into everyone's van.
Yeah.
It's just some like fucking meth head who works at the Amazon warehouse, comes out with a 38 and fucking blows it right out.
Prompted the theme.
Taylor Swift, actually.
No way.
Yeah, when
What's
I started building.
the theme of your van? Oh, it's like pretending to have a personality. Like the theme of my van is like adopting like individuality.
I realized that being really into Game of Thrones didn't really do much for me, and then
after Pokemon.
Yeah, and then after that, I was like playing a lot of Pokemon on my phone. People didn't seem interested, so I like really had to take a next step and start a stupid van.
Her album was Lover at the time, and I was like just really obsessed with it, and so I went with the full pink. And then also when I was building, I got a lot of like sexist comments, like, oh, like who's gonna build that for you? Like, oh, your brother's gonna make that.
Sexist
I kind of was like, I want to
sexist comment. It's like they're looking out for your best interest. They don't want those. They don't. It sucks to build things.
Yeah.
It's nice.
They're just like they're suggesting
someone else do it because it sucks to build stuff.
Yeah, it's not sexist to be like, wow, that's gonna be a lot of hard work. And
don't worry, it has nothing to do with your weak arms and weak body that is scientifically weaker than every man. Don't take it personal.
Like, oh, you're a girl and you're building it. Like, and I wanted to make it like, yeah, I am, and I like girly things, and I also can build things. My silverware, like all my dishes, all of the water in the world. Because
it's annoying that she acts like that's not rare. Like, good for her that she knows how to do that shit. That's rare. For a woman
she knows how to do what?
Yeah.
To build things.
Be like a contract.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and like
it's rare and special.
I don't know how to build shit. I would look at her like I'm embarrassed for you. I don't know how to do it. I'm a man. You do. That's really sad that you had this thing where you felt so like marginalized and
you have nothing to do.
That you like what you want to do annoying things.
Yeah, and like prove it, and then like
that's like hilarious. Like you devoted your you're trying to prove a big point by getting really good at annoying things.
Also, when
good for you, lady. What you should fucking be out there getting you should be treated like a lady. You should let a man should be doing everything for you. You shouldn't have to build shit, retard. I'm not impressed by that. Anytime some woman has some like Annie Oakley attitude, like I did, I'm like, you're retarded. You got a free ride, retard. You should be letting somebody do that for you.
I don't have a kid.
Yeah, I don't do it.
She's making her life so much harder.
I don't do it.
Look at her in New York.
I'm not gonna build anything. You think I'm ever gonna saw something? So you're gonna saw something to try and to try and prove a point?
Of course he's gonna say he will. We're talking to John.
You won't even do that either.
Of course he will.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna saw anything in my life. I don't know.
No one should. There's people to have do that. Don't learn it. Stay in your lane.
Oh, you know.
Also, isn't this what she wants? She goes like, yeah, I had a lot of sexist comments. Like, you're doing something that's unique. You want that reaction where someone goes, wow, I don't normally see that often.
That's why you're doing it, because you know women don't do that.
Yes, and then
then you tell people, and then they have a natural reaction, and then you go,
if she was like, I'm going to be a Navy SEAL, and then she became a Navy SEAL, and people were like, wait, what? Yeah, it's weird. She would be complaining
about
crazy.
People complaining. Yeah, you'd be like, wow, that's insane.
Yeah. It's a masculine thing.
Yeah. That's like a nice reaction.
Yeah. That's my great one.
To be like, oh my god,
saying you're special.
That's amazing. Like, you did something out of the ordinary. You stupid bitch.
Is this wallpaper?
Pretty much. It's like a sticky.
Do you know how many stockbrokers would love to just take her under their wing and pay for her whole life?
I think it's a
how many Japanese businessmen
Crystal Leo would love this girl.
Yeah.
Imagine like trying to prove like your worth and equality by living in a van. Pathetic.
Even what you want to be.
Good. And then I have like all my like makeup and like face wash and stuff in there, but I covered it in like
your
flowers
disdain is what I'm laughing at.
This type of shit really.
It was a straightforward comment,
but
your
me off
disdain.
Because she'll wake up one day at 35 and be like, "The fuck was I doing?" She'll be like, "I don't care.
I can't wait for
who was I proving a point to?"
Yeah, 35 or whatever day she wakes up, she goes, "I need a man."
Yeah,
She's
like I'd like to.
She bumps her head on the ceiling for the 50th time. She goes, "I need a fucking man. I need an apartment."
You only do this if you're doing this to allow yourself to pursue your real passion, which is like, I don't want to have money. I just want to like not pay rent. I'm going to put money into this, and now I'm going to write the great American novel, or you know what I mean? Like, you have something. But if you're just doing this to prove a point,
what's the other annoying thing about this is the whole van thing is like you're supposed to want to go off the grid. You drove it over
why would you go to New York
a spot
City?
in Brooklyn to get interviewed.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it pisses me off. You do this and you're not sightseeing. You're just out in front of the fucking Hudson River like a retard. Yeah. Isn't the view nice? How long? How much longer you got to stay? Get out of there.
In Van Alley in New York City.
New York?
Go explore the fucking country in your awesome van that you set up.
Go to the canyon. Go start. Yeah. What are you having? A nice fire by a chain link fence?
Watching a guy piss on a van in the morning. Yeah.
Exactly. Is that wildlife to you?
See, the van is a 2015, but I built it about 2 years ago, so I've been traveling in it for 2 years. I love Virginia, so.
But she ended up in New York.
All right, she drove.
I know it's a little bit of an extra weight. People are like, save weight, don't bring everything. I'm like,
is that what they say?
Yeah, because weight's really important, partially for gas mileage, but also the van can only hold so much. I'm glad you're not like 6'2".
Why do people have books?
Well, Devan.
You just stop right there. Why do they have books?
Don't you read them? Has she not read them?
What do you mean?
Hasn't she read these books?
Oh, you're saying why would you display a book
when you're done reading them? You
throw it away.
Put them away.
See, Devan.
You don't just keep. I don't get it. Like, so you're just pretending.
This is a terrible take.
Do you just pretend
This is a terrible take.
that you read them?
When you have like a record collection, you keep your records. You listen to them.
So she read these books.
So you keep your books,
and then she just keeps them there all the time. Don't you get new books? Don't you have other books you want to read?
You might reread the book, Devan.
Who the fuck would do that?
Devan, you're normally right, but a van life girl, I mean, she's probably, that's all she has. That's her entertainment.
My father had a big bookcase.
No one's reading
it.
anything.
Read his books.
No one's reading it. I'm sick.
People read books for years.
Sick of this reading shit.
I have books.
None of you have ever enjoyed
This is
any
such a
book.
lie. Devan literally said to me, Devin said to me 2 weeks ago, he goes like, I think I want to get into reading.
Shut the fuck
like,
up.
I need to broaden my heart. He hates that I'm bringing this up because it's breaking his persona.
All I do
I'm
is
breaking his little
you just got owned,
persona.
Dev. You're like Andrew Tate. You're just Greta Thunberg.
Small dick energy.
Yeah, smalldickenergy.com over here.
You can't be owned.
Like books, brother. I bet you want to get green light by Matthew McConaughey right now.
You can't be owned when you don't stand with any opinion you have.
Yeah, you look at me, you go, that was 2 weeks ago.
Idiot. I don't care.
I come back here next week,
fake.
Devin's building a van. He's like,
everything I say on this is fake.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. I change my mind every 10 minutes.
You're about to have a mental breakdown right now.
Devan probably was talking to me and he was
But
like,
I should read, but I keep not because it sucks.
You keep not?
I keep not doing it. I have a book somebody got me.
But I keep not.
Somebody got me a book for Christmas and I'm like, I'd love to read that, but it mostly just feels good in my hands. I don't actually want to open it.
What was the book, buddy?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
It was a David Sedaris book. Okay. And I heard he's funny, so I was like, maybe I'll try it, but I just don't want to.
You'd like. I feel like you'd like cowboy novels or something.
I'm sick of people when they
don't even try to.
You ever notice people really? People always have to.
Don't even try with him. Don't waste your breath.
You only read so you could like make mention of references from the book.
Devan, Jesus Christ,
that's true.
He gets nothing else out of it other than social cachet.
It's insane.
Unbelievable.
It's one of those wild opinions I've ever heard in my life.
When you started reading, Richie, you just
started reading. I started reading long before I met you.
No, you never read around me. You only started reading earlier this year.
When Devan and I met, I had an English lit degree for multiple years.
You hadn't read in a long time.
Is that true? Oh my God, you retard, Devan.
You hadn't read in a long time.
That's not true.
No, you probably.
When you were hanging out with me, being a big fat retard, you were reading. No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you told me
Richie
you didn't read for a while.
I mean, there'd be dry spells,
and then you got back into it, and then when you did, I had to hear a lot about it.
That is a lie.
Social cachet.
This is a lie.
Devan thinks time stops when you leave him. It's just like you get in your car and you're frozen in time. like the idea of you going home being like, I'm gonna enjoy 45 minutes to myself reading a book.
I know he lives his life. His friends are on the click remote.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime I read, I feel like I have this idea that people are watching me and like really proud of me.
You're retarded.
I literally don't care.
Read I got some books.
You don't have to.
The only book I want to read is Catcher in the Rye. I love that. I'll reread that.
Yeah, it's because you felt like the kid.
I just liked it because it was like
it was real, dude.
He's like real.
Yeah.
Every other book, I hate imagery. I don't give a shit about your imagery.
You know what J.D.
retard.
Salinger did?
Fucking hate imagery.
He's just making up reasons.
The leaves whistled in the wind, much like the whistle of the father. The blah blah blah. And then, and it was a dark day, a musky day. It was. I'd say it was this. I don't give a shit. It's a fake day. You're not filming the day. Don't tell me about it. What happens?
Devan hasn't heard of nonfiction. He's just like. Devan's sitting there like everything.
I hate how also in books they act like they don't have to tell me what's going on for a little bit.
What?
I hate that.
Yeah.
They're always like, you'll figure it out. And I go, I don't, just tell me.
This is sad.
Jesus Christ.
Devan's showing his lack of intelligence. He can't hold the information in his head long enough.
You know you don't enjoy it.
Nobody enjoys it.
None of you do it.
It's like drinking. You don't enjoy it really, but it gets you somewhere.
You don't enjoy drinking. What are you talking about?
I enjoy
drinking
the feeling.
Is way more
I enjoy the feeling.
Than reading.
You've never read a book?
Well, yes. Well, that's goes without saying. But I'm saying alcohol
nobody
tastes like
meets
shit.
up with their friends and hands everybody a book and it has the time of their life.
Book club. Yeah,
those people are retards.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, whatever.
Book club.
we did walk ourselves into something where I'm like, well, I don't even agree with book clubs and what they're doing.
I can't believe I walked into this room and I was like, tonight I'm going to be defending reading.
You don't read.
The magical world of reading.
You don't read. And you don't read. And the only books you guys do like to read are by written by
fucking finger
the only books anyone ever likes to read are written by like weird little fucks.
I'll tell you right now.
That talk about
a Kindle.
Not true.
It's true.
I've read The 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson over 5 times.
I've heard Infinite Jest is, everyone loves David Foster Wallace. I love the movie that was about him.
There's an Infinite Jest movie?
There's a movie about David Foster Wallace. But I'll never read Infinite Jest because I've heard everyone says it's like really arduous and hard.
That's completely different.
Well then, but why is it then? Why do you like reading if you can't read that?
Because it's like a TV in your head, Devan. So say The Sopranos. Say when you would put a paper in front of your face.
I went and saw The Irishman.
An episode of The Sopranos
you wanted to see The Irishman,
in
right?
your brain.
Why won't you read Infinite Jest? It's written by the Michael Jordan of writing.
Not the same. Not the same at all. Infinite Jest. It's just you're literally taking one of the hardest.
Thomas
books
Pynchon. Everyone goes I love Thomas Pynchon.
He had no idea who the fuck that was.
And then they go, his
ago.
books make no sense. No, I knew
they
who
make
Thomas Pynchon was. I saw Shitty Inherent Vice. Thomas Pynchon, another writer, ruined one of my favorite filmmakers' movies.
But what?
Asshole.
You're blaming the writer for the adaptation?
Yeah, because it suckered Paul Thomas Anderson into fake giving a shit about it. He's like, oh, this is brilliant. And then he made a shitty movie about it because his book sucks.
But Devan, you love movies.
And has no point.
I know, Devan, you love movies and TV shows and stuff, right? That's your thing. You love them.
They're all based on books, but
listen.
Just film it and make it
better.
Let
him walk you into his trap.
Film it and make it better.
It's a movie in your head because you read words and then you create a movie in your head. It's the same thing. It's just like a story. You know what I mean?
I get that. I know. I've enjoyed books.
As the long lost member of Hate Watch used to say,
I've broken the bit.
Mark used to say, the long lost member of Hate Watch, you have no imagination.
You
have no imagination.
You know imagination's stupid. You're weak. You're a weak person if you have an imagination.
I think some way
you're like a little fantastical faggot sitting. And then blah blah blah.
There must have been a moment.
Lollipop fields and the butterflies and it pranced around. And there was a pool made of chocolate. It doesn't exist, retard.
So Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is your big. That's what sets you off.
Augustus Gloop.
He's like, fuck that, golden tickets. I never got one. This is bullshit.
Something happened where your imagination was destroyed.
We've seen what people's imagination is capable of, and it's reality.
World War II.
It's reality.
Yeah.
I already see imagination because it's reality.
What?
People's imagination comes to life through reality. Otherwise, I don't give a shit about fake imagination where it's like... That's why I don't like sci-fi. I don't give a shit about fantastical stuff because you can just keep making shit up as it goes because you're creating a fake world.
And then you say it relates back to
and then you get to say it relates to something and I'm like, no, it doesn't because you don't just get to keep being like, oh no, that gun actually doesn't kill you. You were in this movie, you know what I mean? The doors, steam comes out of the doors of a spaceship.
They ate a special ruby, so this doesn't work on them.
He's dying, but then he found the plant of blah blah blue.
Yeah.
And that
keeps him alive.
Yeah.
Like you just keep going. That's imagination. It's childlike.
Yeah, but sometimes
stick with life.
But like sometimes you need to escape. Sometimes you need to escape reality.
Yeah, escape reality.
Sometimes you need to escape reality to comprehend concepts that are like bigger than the reality you live in, right? So like a lot of like
this makes people.
It's insane.
No, because certain things are really difficult. So like when you put them in another context and then the things aren't real, it's like you can relate it back and handle it, but like it's not the same and it's very creative and like I mean, it's important to me. I need to watch Avatar.
I mean, Avatar sucks cock, yeah.
All imagination has done is like make us sit through 3-hour epics full of bullshit. Give a shit about a fucking ring.
Fahrenheit 451, right?
Yeah, I love that. I love Fahrenheit 451. It's my favorite book because it's about burning books.
Yeah, but like
Devin just skips right to the burning book part.
Devin's like, I remember in school, they kept talking
shit.
They would talk about Fahrenheit 451 like it's horrible, and I'm like, this shit kicks ass. I wish somebody came in here and burned every book in the school. All these books are doing is making my life a living hell. Every day I have to open a book here.
But you're getting Fahrenheit 451 when your YouTube channel gets removed. You know what I mean? Like, there's concepts in Fahrenheit 51
I get
that are
it.
big.
Yeah. I get it. Make the book about a guy's YouTube channel being removed.
Well, there's also
404 not found.
There's also parts of the Larry Flint movie that also have the same theme. So who gives a shit?
I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding. I like trying to have the worst take ever and see if I can come up with anything.
I mean, I hate sci-fi. That's true.
But I get a little sick of like everyone I know. Everyone I know does pretend like they really enjoy reading, and it's work. It's arduous, and
you do and you don't.
I think everyone enjoyed reading at one point.
Yeah, when it was like Captain Underpants. And Goosebumps.
I think I'd only really enjoy reading if like I had nothing, if like I didn't know any of you, if I didn't have anyone to talk to, if I didn't have anyone to meet up with, if there wasn't like a bunch of shit to watch, if there wasn't a bunch of shit to look at, then I'd read.
Yeah.
But I also don't like the whole idea that like it's any different intellectually than like a great film or a great TV show, because I really don't think it is.
No, they did studies where like reading like an article on like reading Reddit, like reading text on Reddit is literally stimulating the same part of your brain as reading.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, so you read
that's a heckin' good doggo.
Yeah. They're Australian.
Epic, mate. Cheers to the boys in the back.
Grab a Foster's, lads.
Cheers to OP.
With your doggo.
Original poster is off his meds. That's what I read. Anyway, God bless everybody.
Oh, that's it?
Let's go to the Patreon.
All right.
Let's head to the page.
I guess we get naughty in the
Should we finish this retard?
No, let's do it.
We got it. He lives in a van.
Yeah. All I wanted to say is I hope this dude, he fucks a lot of these girls.
You think, but he seems like, I don't know. He definitely does this to fuck.
I feel like one of them.
Yeah.
He has to have banged a couple.
He's in the polycule.
All right. Anyway, patreon.com/ is it literally
Hate Watch
Pod?
Hate Watch Pod.
We are such retards.
I don't
even know why we promote it anymore. Like, it's in the comments.
It's around. If you care enough, you'll find it.
Also, by the way, we're not getting any patrons just from our show. It's from Lemon Party. At this point. So as long as I mention it at Lemon Party,
great.
That's it.
Keep it up.
So check out Lemon Party. Disregard this podcast that I do.
Well, no, don't.
I'm kidding.
No, but I mean, like, you need to mention it on Lemon Party.
Yeah, I know, I will.
But disregard the mentioning of it here.
Don't care about me mentioning it here because you're already listening to it if I'm mentioning it.
Exactly.
Maybe reading could help with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, patreon.com/ HateWatch podcast.
Pod.
Is it?
I'm going to look it up.
Look it up.
I'm gonna jamie it on my phone.
You know what I mean? You get into the podcasting world, and it's like you never know, is it pod or podcast? People tell you like, yeah, promote it. And I go, yeah, I don't even, is it pod or podcast?
It's tough.
I never know.
Pod's slick.
Or just neither, just Hate Watch.
Pod's new metal.
And what's John, what is yours?
Oh, Guttural, my beautiful, amazing.
Well, what is it called?
Oh, Guttural Podcast.
Hate Watch Podcast.
Patreon.com/ HateWatch Podcast. Disregard John's
Don't
podcast.
listen to my podcast.
He's taking time away from me.
Yes, and he's doing the
hurting
hour.
me.
He's spread thin.
I'm literally the most spread thin podcast.
So don't support the Ida Hour.
Do not listen to Gutter Oil. Don't give him confidence. No. He is hurting the Hate Watch pod.
Listen, Idaho's actually kicking ass lately, so you should watch Idaho.
That is true.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
That is true. Check out the Idaho.
Gutter oil is amazing.
Check out the Idaho.
Ida showed me a clip recently. She's killing it, and you're a big fat retard.
No. Oh, about Sopranos.
You have a horrible take.
That's okay.
No, you have like one of the worst. I'm after when these cameras go off, I might hit you. No, I'm like pretty angry at you.
Do it, dude. Let's fucking tussle.
You know, I'm like actually
You've been
like
waiting.
You want to do this?
There's a lot of things about you that anger me.
Here's the thing, Devan.
Are you gonna fire him?
Fire me.
You're fired.
Fire.